What is up, Andronaut? Are you avoiding vitamin B6 because you have seen some studies or some people talk about that vitamin B6 can inhibit 5-alpha reductase, you end up with lower levels of DHT? And who wants to have lower levels of DHT? Not me. But I'm going to discuss the research with you. Is that fear-mongering even worth it? Right, let's dive in. There are multiple forms of vitamin B6. You get the pyridoxine, pyridoxal, pyridoxamine. Pyridoxamine and pyridoxal are mostly found in animal foods. Pyridoxine is mostly found in plant foods. This is also the most common supplement you get, but pyridoxal is also becoming more and more popular, specifically the pyridoxal phosphate. And there's only 2 in vitro studies showing that B6 has an effect on 5-alpha reductase. So this is the first one showing that a specific form of vitamin B6 can inhibit 5-alpha reductase. They used brain cells. So pyridoxine hydrochloride, which is the most common supplemental form on the market, significantly increased the activity of 5-alpha reductase, but pyridoxal hydrochloride had the inhibitory effect on 5-alpha reductase. Then male rat anterior pituitary, basal hypothalamus, or amygdala incubated with pyridoxal phosphate or pyridoxal hydrochloride showed modifying enzymatic activities. Pyridoxal hydrochloride showed an inhibitory effect on 5-alpha reductase and also the basal hypothalamus as well as the rat prostate. So it seems to inhibit this pyridoxal hydrochloride, which is a form you don't actually get on the market, or at least commonly get on the market, has been shown to inhibit 5-alpha reductase specifically in the pituitary, hypothalamus, and the prostate. Nowhere else really. The only form to inhibit 5-alpha reductase is pyridoxal hydrochloride, not pyridoxine or pyridoxal phosphate. That's at least what the studies have shown. Then we have the second study. This is also in vitro study, and they used skin cells. Remember here they used brain cells and prostate cells. This was skin cells. They looked at the effects of vitamin B6, specifically pyridoxine on 5-alpha reductase. As a side note, the skin has a lot of 5-alpha reductase compared to other tissue. So vitamin B6, pyridoxine, had no effect on 5-alpha reductase when added alone or together with azelaic acid, which is also a 5-alpha, or is supposedly a 5-alpha reductase inhibitor. So this study showed that pyridoxine hydrochloride significantly increased 5-alpha reductase in the brain. This one showed that it didn't affect 5-alpha reductase in the skin. So in summary, as you can see, there's conflicting results. In the first study, pyridoxine promoted 5-alpha reductase, whereas in the second study it had no effect. This could be because in the first study they used pituitary, hypothalamus, amygdala, and prostate cells, whereas in the second study they used skin cells. So different kind of tissue can have different effects with the specific compound you're taking. So this is also always why when someone links to me a prostate cancer cell or study, they show, hey, it lowers testosterone DHT. Okay, that is very unique to, first of all, that specific animal. It's a prostate and they have cancer. It's a very specific condition. What if it was a human and they were normal and they were taking a normal supplement in normal doses, not super physiological levels? The results can be completely different. So number 1, pyridoxal hydrochloride inhibited 5-alpha reductase in the pituitary, amygdala, hypothalamus, and prostate, whereas pyridoxine boosted 5-alpha reductase and pyridoxal phosphate had no major effect. The 2 main forms that you can buy is pyridoxine hydrochloride and pyridoxine hydrochloride and pyridoxal phosphate. So even if pyridoxal hydrochloride inhibited 5-alpha reductase, you can't buy it anyway. So you can't just make that mistake because it's not really a common form on the market. So if you need to take vitamin B6 because you have a deficiency, because you need more dopamine, because you need to lower your prolactin, it's very unlikely that's going to lower your DHT. We need more studies on this. Those 2 in vitro studies is definitely not enough to be conclusive to show anything really spectacularly. And if you really want to know how to maximize your DHT and your testosterone, join TestoTribe. On there's all my courses on how to maximize your testosterone, DHT, every other thing you need to maximize your male traits. Also, when you join, you get a free call with me so I can help personalize your testosterone and DHT protocol for the best results possible. Alright guys, I hope you learned something new and quit with all of this fear mongering, and I will check you in the next one. Cheers guys.